Alright, we're online. We're back. We're back. I'm gonna take a sip of my Canada Dry before we start. Not sponsored. Okay. Bad news. A man who... Why'd I say it like that? Bad news. A man who looked like the sumo sticker asked someone for directions. A man who looked like the sumo sticker? Is that like a roundabout way of calling someone fat? Name. Spiral Barley Tea at Reproduction Prohibited. Okay, this was October 7th. At approximately 5 p.m. on October 6th, near Shoto 1st Avenue, Shibuya, a girl walking home from school was asked by a suspicious man, "Do you know where I can get some chanko?" Chanko is a favorite dish of sumo wrestlers. The man asked her was around 30 years old, 170 centimeters tall, heavy set with black hair. His face looked very similar to the face on the sumo stickers. Always stay on well-lit, heavily traveled roads. Carry a personal alarm with you. Information released by Shibuya Police. Anonymous. I lulled. I'm not gonna keep track of the IDs. I can't. Give the poor guy a break. Is it wrong for a fat guy to want some chanko? It's a jungle out these days. People like us can't do anything without getting the cops called. His face looked very similar to face on sumo stickers. His face looked very similar on sumo stickers. His face looked very similar to the face on the sumo stickers. Are they sure he wasn't an actual sumo wrestler? Why? What's he got to do with the sumo stickers? So now you're a suspicious person just for asking directions. What the hell? I'm gonna be honest, talking to a schoolgirl is a no-no. Talking to a schoolboy would also be a no-no. The only safe option would be to find a real sumo wrestler and ask him. Actually, I think I saw this guy a week ago. He was running down Tamaguadori, really sweaty. He kept mumbling chanko, chanko, chanko. He really did look like the sumo sticker guy. Maybe he was a model for them? What's a sumo sticker? Someone tell me. Someone tell me if he ever actually got his chanko. 12. This thing. 14. I would piss myself if a guy like that talked to me. A guy who looks just like a sumo sticker says who lol 11. So this would be a response to this. The guy... Okay. The news said they found a sumo sticker at the scene of the Love Hotel killing last month. Maybe this guy was a murderer. Like maybe you place a sticker so each time he commits a murder. Putting your face on your crime scene would seem like a pretty bad thing to do. Japan is a peaceful place. Yeah, it really does match real-life internet discourse. It really does sound like it. I think this game is like... I don't think the game is that old. I want to say it came out in 2018, but I could be dead wrong about that. It might be like 2004. It's either 2018 or 2004. I'm gonna look that up real quick. When did... fucking Chaos Child release? 2014 in Japan. 2015. Wait, English localization for North America and Europe. 2017. It's only 1 year off. For PC is 2019. So you split the difference. It's 2018. Yeah. Okay. That was like 8 years ago. Fuck. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. I'm already behind. Grant such a peaceful place. Get each to a sumo ring. So in other words, he'd been looking for a Shenko for a whole week. Let's hope they arrest him and they give him Shenko instead of Katsuda on. Anyways, I feel like some Shenko now. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to auto progress without me pressing anything, so I had to read as quick as possible. Slowly but surely, the rumors about the sumo sticker started to spread. 噂は集団の中で憶測を呼び、ありもしない幻影、
つまりは妄想を生み出していく。
The rumors brought with them speculation and thus delusions as well.
一度動き出した歯車はもう誰にも止められないのだということに僕らは気づいていなかった。
We didn't realize that once the gears started to turn, no one could stop them. Oh, no way. 00 p.m.? Is that a mistype? Do they mean 12 p.m.? As the whole school got excited for the start of the culture festival in 2 days, our club room was as quiet as a tomb. The only sound of Sarah was occasional fiddling with her cell phone strap. Quickly stopped, only silence would remain. Kazuki had even stopped playing ESO too. Damn, that's wild. Everyone had looked miserable when they heard about Kurusu. She back? Oh.
Yeah, ごめんごめん。お待たせ。
Genuinely, this guy. He looks so fucking evil. My gosh. If he was wearing a brown coat instead of a fucking, like, kinda greenish one, then he would basically be wearing, like, what's his fucking name? Light Yagami's uniform. I'm sorry, I'm here. The teacher came in with his usual dopey grin.
会議が長引いちゃってね。無茶なこと言われるこっちの立場も考えてほしいもんだよね。まったく。
Conference ran long. I wish they'd think about what it's like for me to have to listen to them, you know. Sheesh. His irises are too small. His pupils are too small compared to the whites of his eyes. He looks like he's going, like he's on the border of becoming insane. He looked around at us and scratched his head.
ね、新聞部のことなんだけれど。
So, about the newspaper club. Everyone looked at him. That's why we'd been waiting to hear what he had to say.
やっぱり当分の間は活動休止にするそうだ。
They're going to have to shut down for a while, like I said. For a while, that's interesting. Because in robotics notes, they were shut down for good. Shut down. I repeated the words in my mind.
決定ですか?
Has that been decided?
こうなっちゃった以上はね。
Yeah, after what happened, you know. Kurusu hadn't told Yui and Yuto, but before she'd been taken to the hospital, the police had asked her several questions. She'd had to tell them what she was doing out there. Of course she would, otherwise she'd have no reason to explain to the camera. And after the incident at the Love Hotel, the teachers probably had it out for us to begin with. Hold up. What? A stabbing victim has to explain why they were at a place they got stabbed? And she was like, where was the location? Was it under a bridge, they said? I guess that would be a little weird. But I'm also not even sure if that's where it actually took place. Because it kind of looks like... I don't know. Like, in the backdrop, not the backdrop, the splash screen, where the old quote-unquote woman was walking with the little girl, and there was a bunch of Sumo stickers on the wall. It kind of looked like a subway station. I'm not even going to lie. And if that was the case, you gotta have every reason to be there. Thinking back, it was a miracle we weren't shut down after the Love Hotel case.
ただ一個条件というか命令というか、罪滅ぼしっていうんじゃないんだろうけど、なんて言ったらいいかな。
But there was one condition, one order, you might say. Not that this makes it any better. How do I put it? Let me guess. They want him to drop the case.
いや、何でもいいですから。なんです。
No, it doesn't matter. What is it?
ね、
Well, you see, he looked down at the paper he was holding.
君たち渡部智明って知ってるかい？
Have you heard of a man named Watabe Tamawaki? Huh?
ネット記者のですか？
The internet journalist?
そうそう、ニコニア動画の。
That's right.
宮代くんよく知ってるね。
With Nikoniya. I'm amazed you knew that, Miyashiro-kun.
いえ、
No. Of course I knew it. He was famous to anyone who used Nikoniya, and the club had just been talking about the video he made the other day. A lot of the class knew about him from his job at Nikoniya too.
彼から文化祭で新聞部と対談したいっていうオファーが来てるんだ。
He said he wanted to speak with the newspaper club at the culture festival.
は？
Yeah, what?
なんで？
Why?
さあね、もともとうちの文化祭を渡部さんは取材することになっていたらしいんだけどね。ほら、うちって結構有名だから。
I don't know. He was going to come do a story on it anyway, I guess. Would you look at us now? We're getting pretty famous. So you're telling me this Watabe guy from Nikoniya had enough power to tell the school board that the newspaper club would have the ability to continue on one condition? Is that what am I reading that right? Was it about the Restoration Festival? It was true that our culture festival is considered to be part of the run-up to the big Shibuya Restoration Festival.
で、その際にぜひ新聞部と対談したいっていうんだ。なんでも君たちが作成した新聞に興味があるらしくてね。
And he says when he comes, he definitely wants to talk to the newspaper club. He's supposedly very interested in the newspaper he made.
マジかよ。
Seriously? Newspaper we'd made. He was probably talking about the video we'd made on the sumo stickers. The one that got all those views because Watabe had come out with the same article at almost the same time.
僕は知らなかったんだけど、最近結構有名な人らしいじゃないか。それで学校側としては断りにくくてね。
I had no idea, but he's supposedly famous these days, so the school couldn't really turn him down, you see. Really? So just because someone's famous, they get to influence the affairs of your school?
活動は休止だけど、その対談だけはこなしてほしいって言うんだよ。対面として。いいかな？
You'll have to shut down, but they still want you to do that interview just for show. Is that okay? Well, if you're gonna shut us down, why would we do that?
いいかなって言われても。
I don't really know what to say. It was all so sudden that I was having a hard time processing it. And wait,
学校側からの指示なんですよね。
that's an order from the school, right? He nodded. Then we didn't have the right to refuse, did we?
わかりました。
Alright. I mean, last I checked, laws exist. I don't think just because you attend a school that you become their... You have to do unpaid labor. Alright.
よかった。いやー、本当は廃部って言われてたところ、この件で粘って休止にしてもらったからさ。
Good. You know, they were originally planning on shutting down the club permanently, but I was able to use this to get them to make it temporary. That wasn't funny.
対談は文化祭初日、あさってだから。細かい段取りはまた明日連絡するよ。あと、それから。
Well, it's good he actually put an effort to, like, protect our interests. I guess that does elevate my view of him slightly. He hasn't done anything wrong yet, but it's just like, how can you not? Anyways, the interview will be the first day of the Culture Festival. The day after tomorrow, I'll let you know the details tomorrow. Oh, and...
クルス君からの伝言なんだけど。
I have a message from Kurusu-kun.
え？
Why do you have that?
部の活動自体は本日から休止だから、文化祭の記録映像を撮ったりはもうできない。その代わり、
Since you've been shut down, you won't be able to record any more at the culture festival, so instead...
生徒会の手伝いをしてほしいそうだ。自分の空いた穴を埋めてくれって。
She wants you to help the student council, since she can't right now.
そっか。のんちゃん、会長だもんね。
Oh yeah, Nonchan's the president, isn't she?
今度の文化祭は盛り上がってるからね。手が足りないんだ。生徒会顧問としてもぜひ頼むよ。
This year's festival is shaping up to be really big, so they need more people. As student council advisor, I'd really like your help too. Normally I turn down any request from the student council. But right now it didn't bother me at all.
わかりました。
Alright.
助かるよ。じゃあ後で生徒会室に顔を出してね。
I think it's interesting they write all space right instead of AL right. Thanks, hop by student council room later then.
渡部と対談ってマジか。
So we're really going to talk to Watabe? That was a pretty big deal, yeah. No one had come to interview the newspaper club since its founding. This wasn't entirely a good thing. The club had been shut down, but we were still having an interview with someone famous. More than anything, I thought about Karusu, who was still at home in bed. Sarah stood up from her seat. She walked over to the windowsill and opened the window. Chilly air blew into the room.
尾上
She suddenly leaned out the window and screamed. Hopefully no one was there. And then she leaned back inside and closed the window.
よし、切り替えよう。タク、しんちゃん、はなちゃん。ほら、タク、仕切ってよ。
Okay, let's get back on track. Taku, Shin-chan, Hana-chan, come on, Taku. You're in charge.
のんちゃんからの頼まれ事でしょ。やれるとこからやろう。
You know what Non-chan asked us to do, right? So let's do what we can. Soraka looked right at me as she spoke. Ito and Kasuki turned towards me as well.
Taku?
Fine, fine. I slapped myself on the cheeks to help me focus. The place where Kawahara-kun hit me still stung.
よし。じゃあまず、伊藤、生徒会室に行って生徒会から何をやればいいか指示を仰いできてくれるか。
Okay, first, Ito, can you go to the student council room and see what they want us to do?
俺お前は
Me? What about you?
僕は行かない方がいい。
I probably shouldn't go. I pointed to my cheek. Ito nodded. Kawahara-kun was the vice president of the student council.
ああ、私も行くよ。
Oh, I'll go too.
わかった。じゃあ和樹は。
Okay, then Kasuki? She was going back to her game, huh?
何すればいいか分かったら手伝ってくれよ。
Once you know what to do, help us, okay?
うん。
She nodded just a little.
お前は
What about you?
渡部との対談の準備をしておくよ。多分力士シールの動画に関することだと思うけど。
I'll get ready for the interview with Watabe. He probably wants to talk about sumo stickers.
だよな。何なんだろうなこのタイミングで。
Yeah. I wonder why now, though. That was a good question, yeah. Why would a reporter come meet with people who'd end up starting a flame war over one of his articles? To punch you in the face. He definitely wasn't coming to apologize.
しんちゃん、行くよ。
Shin-chan, let's go.
Oh!
Today's news with Watabe Tamawaki. Is there anything different about this since the last time I read it? I think this is different. This is October 7th. To tell you the truth, I'm really excited about this update. I haven't been this fired up as a journalist in a long, long time. Today I'm bringing you, my dear fans, an investigation of Shibuya Sumo stickers. And what's more, I know something you don't. Some of the stickers has something in common. I know you're going to love today's news. To read the latest update of today's news, Tamawaki Watabe, just click here, you won't regret it. Watabe is such a shit lord. Okay, yeah, we're at that. I always knew he'd do something like this someday. I feel
まだ緩く炎上してるな。
Actually skipped. I pulled Watabe's article up on the PC screen. Okay. I don't think there's anything to do on the sides here. Yeah. I think we're good to go. They're still going at it, huh? The pace of the comments is starting to slow down, but they remain basically negative. Is the Culture Festival on October 10th? Because what if he just comes up and he fucking stabs you? And then they call it like, I don't know, something media related. Like two reporters, I don't know, what do they call it? Reporters report. The coroner's report, or something like that. Journalist, I don't know, some play on words. The pace of the comments is starting to slow down, but they remain basically negative. There's no way Watabe wouldn't have noticed that. Of course he would have noticed our video as well. A lot of the comments were posting the link.
なんだって言うんだ。
What's he going to say? Did he want to ask us something about the sumo stickers? No, he wouldn't need to do an interview if that was the case. And in any event, he'd upload a close-up photo of the sumo stickers at Revolving Dead, which we wouldn't have been able to incorporate into our video even though we'd been at the scene. Had to go back to the Love Hotel and upload a photo we'd taken from the street. To be honest, our article was basically the same as his, but his photos were a lot better. Or his photos a lot better. I couldn't imagine there's anything he wanted to ask us.
もしかして病院のこと？
Could it be about the hospital? That was impossible. No one but me and Serica knew about that. No, there's no point thinking about it. I don't think we've seen what Watabe looks like. I'm interested. I need to get ready for the interview and then do what Kurusu asked me.
Huh?
Huh? Something bothered me, so I went over to the board.
回転デッドの力士シールのアップの画像は
The sumo stickers from the Revolving Dead case is... I carefully removed the one that was on the board. This one's different. The dots are different, and the faces are different. I knew it.
表情が違ってる。
His face is different. Went back in front of the map and put the picture back on. The photo that we'd taken of the sticker and the sticker in Watabe's article were different. What's going on with that? Once everyone got back to the club room, I planned to talk with them about it. October 8th, 2015, Thursday. 11:45 p.m. Ooh, nothing good happens at 11:45 p.m. Shibuya Earthquake Memorial. This is probably going to be from Kurusu's perspective. Give me a second, I'm looking at something. The town was silent, as if it didn't even know she was there. She was staring for the names of the dead, as unmoving as a stone in front of her. In fact, it was hard to tell that she wasn't dead herself. The wind that blew down from the tops of the buildings refused to touch her scraggly hair. The eyes that poked out through her hair were cloudy and lifeless, and her lip was pressed into a frown. She must not have bathed recently because the smell around her was terrible. This isn't Karusu, is it? This is like Scarecrow Woman, maybe. Her black clothes melted in the darkness, making the red jacket stand out a little against the gloom. A sound came from her lips. She pressed her jaw together as if trying to crush a piece of meat. Her leg dragged along as she started to walk, her head facing the ground. In that moment, she stood out from the scene around her. Yeah, we haven't seen anything about this one for a little bit. The hair pressed against her face made it impossible to read her expression, but the most noticeable thing about her wasn't the stench or the sound of her gritting teeth, it was her anger and rage. Is she the killer? The anger and rage covered everything about her. Her legs came to a stop. She reached out a glove-covered hand to touch a name on the memorial. She dug her fingernail into it. She scratched again and again as if trying to rub it out. Her nail broke inside the glove, unable to handle the force. Gross. But she didn't stop. She ignored the blood dribbling out of her glove as if she didn't feel any pain. Red continued to stain the memorial stone. Date changed. It was now October 9th. There was only one day left until October 10th, the date of the next New Gen Madness killing. Is she gonna be the dead one, killing herself? Bleeding out? Oh. Ami-chan. Ed Lucas. I'm trying to apologize for the wait. The test images? Spreading rapidly as expected. So the test images are stickers. Maintain things as they are. Ami-chan is the sticker person and the target. Make contact with the reporter named Watabe tomorrow. Kill him. I think Ami-chan is might be the small girl, right? The one with the singular. Oh, Chapter 3 School Festival. Their side of the festival's tale. October 9th, Friday. But let's data lock that. Cool. So yeah, as I was saying, I think Ami-chan might be the small. Wait, Arimura? No way, right? I feel like if it was Arimura, would they shorten it to Ami-chan? I have no clue. I don't know who Ed Lucas is. Maybe it's an anagram for something. And there it is. Yeah, this is the Shibuya 107 I was pointing out earlier. So H&H, I think that's like a H&M like reference. Now my investigations have revealed that it's safe to assume that these cases are a recreation of the New Generation Madness. But did you know that there was another video that noticed the same thing as I did at almost the exact same time? That's right, the video from the newspaper club at Hekiho Academy in Shibuya. It makes me extremely happy that there are young people growing up who want to be journalists like me.
あの忌まわしい事件からの再出発を記念すべく近々復興祭が行われることになっています。
If you aren't already in the know, the Restoration Festival is coming up real soon. It'll be a nice way for us to celebrate our recovery from that terrible event.
それに先立ちまして私はその碧峰学園にて明日文化祭が行われるという情報を入手いたしました。
As that celebration draws near, I've learned that there's going to be a school festival held tomorrow at Hekiho Academy.
そう、その通り。
Yes, that's right.
さすが勘のいい皆さんはすでにお分かりのようですが、明日の午後文化祭中である碧峰学園に赴き新聞部に突撃インタビューを行おうと考えております。
You and my listeners are very clever, so I'm sure you've already guessed I'll be going to the Culture Festival to interview the newspaper club.
ジャーナリズムを目指す若者たちの今、
I want to hear what it's like to be an aspiring journalist these days.
そしてもちろん彼らがどのようにして私と同じ情報を得事件の裏に隠された共通点に到達することができたのか突っ込んで聞いてみたいと思います。
And of course, I'm very excited to learn all about how they managed to get their hands on the same information that I did, how they reached the same hidden secret behind the cases as me.
彼らとの対話によって
Oh, this is Watabe.
事件の犯人像にさ
Took
ら
me a
に
little
近
time.
づけるかもしれません。
Took me a little while to register that. This interview may bring us even closer to finding the person behind these deaths.
真実の追求、それが我々ジャーナリストの使命であり証であります。
The pursuit of truth is the one true duty of any journalist.
それでは本日の放送はここまでです。明日の対談、果たしてどんな話が飛び出すのか、そして事件の真相はお見逃しなく。
That's all for today's broadcast. What we learned during tomorrow's interview, and what is the truth behind all these cases. Don't miss it. So, I did at one point suspect Watabe of being... I mean, Nikoniya could still be behind New Gen. These New Gen cases. It's not impossible. Maybe they're killing off one of their guys just to bring more publicity. But at the very least, we know Watabe's not in on it. He's not the New Gen killer. If he is the next hit, so to speak.
お疲れ様でした。
Good job. From
何がジャーナリストの使命だ。
the one true duty of any journalist.
え、
Okay. I guess my statement aged faster than milk. Wow. This guy is pretty fucked up and evil.
いや、なんでもないよ。
No, it's nothing.
そうっすか。それより見てくださいよ。今日のカウント数新記録ですよ。
Okay. Anyway, look at this. Today's views are a new record.
それだけ世間の注目が高いってことっすね。
A lot of people are watching us, I guess.
当たり前だろう。俺がやってんだから。
Of course they are, because it's me. So this guy just a narcissist? Is that the whole thing? He's not actually behind anything. He's just narcissistic and wants to get attention by any way possible, even if it's not true.
いや、
Nothing. You say that a lot. You gotta stop doing that.
そうっすか。まあ明日の放送も楽しみにしてますよ。
I see. Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's broadcast.
任せておけ。明日はもっとカウントいく放送にしてやるよ。
Leave it to me. Tomorrow's gonna get even better numbers.
そう。この俺の手でな。
And I'm going to be the one that brings them. As in, you're going to die? Is that your game plan here? Fuck you so tired about? Oh my god. Wow, I'm tired. I can see that. I put the cardboard box I was carrying down on the desk. Finally, I was able to relax. Compared to the physical therapy I'd done after my coma, this was nothing, but my arms and legs were sore.
大体どうして僕たちが生徒会の仕事なんて。
Why do we have to help the student council anyway?
そりゃ俺たちが生徒会に迷惑かけちまったからだろ。
Obviously, it's because we're the reason they're having trouble. Ito was standing next to the windowsill where the warm sunlight was pouring in. He looked uncomfortable. Oh, he looked comfortable, my bad. There's no one in the room but me and him. Him and I.
確かに生徒会の仕事を手伝う約束はしたけどさ。いくらなんでもこき使いすぎだ。
I did say I'd help, but this is going too far. I've been running around all day carrying one thing after another. Everyone, myself included, myself most of all, knew that I wasn't cut out for physical labor. And what's more,
伊藤、
how the hell could he be playing with his smartphone while I was working so hard? After I complained, he said,
んなこと言ったってクレーム対応は嫌だって言ったのはお前だろ。
Hey, you're the one who said you didn't want to deal with the clubs that had complaints. Just one day left until the festival. All the clubs had complaints and demands to make of the student council. They'd asked for someone who could listen to them and relay them to the student council, and I decided there's no way I could do that, so I left it to Ito.
それより見たかこれ。
Anyway, did you see this? Ito showed me his phone, which he'd been playing with.
なんだ
What's that? News. Hunting Shibuya's mysterious sumo stickers. Kitty panic. New breeds all the time. A kitty-full adventure. Get volume 1 of hit manga series for free, up to 50% points back. Multiple full series collections are on sale. She kind of looks like is it Marin Kitagawa? What's that?
さっき渡部が配信してたんだよ。明日のこといろいろ喋ってたぞ。
Watabe just uploaded it. He was saying a bunch of stuff about tomorrow.
Huh?
War? Just like Ito said, the phone was playing a video that had gone up in the last half hour.
それに見ろよこのカウント数。最近の報道でどんどん伸びてるっぽいし、明日は期待してもいいかもな。
And look at these view numbers. Lately he's getting more and more with every broadcast. Maybe we can count good things tomorrow.
期待ね。
Good things, huh?
なんだよそのリアクション。お前だって昨日は興奮してただろ。
What kind of reaction is that? You're looking forward to tomorrow too, aren't you? I won't deny that I got a little excited when I heard about tomorrow's interview. However,
やっぱりいいように利用されているだけの気がするんだよな。
I just get the feeling he's using us.
そもそもあの情報自体僕たちの方が早く配信してたんだぞ。それを渡部はいかにも同じタイミングだったみたいに扱ってる。
For the first ones to upload our video, and he's acting like we did it at the same time. It was a common media trick to suggest things that weren't true without actually lying.
自分の方が後出しだったってことをうやむやにしようとしてるってわけか。
So he's trying to make people forget that he was the second to upload?
ああ、
Yeah. And also felt like he was trying to use all of the flame wars to up his view counts.
仮にそうだとしたらどうするんだよ。 明日のインタビュー。
If that's the case, what do we do at tomorrow's interview? Also, did he just say interview in English? Is there no translation for that in Japanese?
別に普通に受けるよ。それが学校側からの条件なんだから。
Nothing. We just answer the questions. That was the school's condition. No. Honestly, I'd like to shoot him down and show him up as a liar.
けど
But the second I started to get a little excited, the mark left in my cheek after Kawaharu-kun hit me started to ache. For now, I need to focus on helping the student council, not the case.
あれ、そういえば川原君は。
Huh, come to think of it, where's Kawaharu-kun?
ああ、なんだっけ。校庭にあっただろ。風鈴だかなんだか飾るやつ。
Huh? Oh, what was it? You know, that big wind chime decoration or whatever that they're putting in the courtyard?
ああ、願い事がどうとか言う。
Oh, the one about wishes? One of the classmates was doing something about the Shibuya earthquake. They said they were making an area where you'd write your wish on a sheet of paper that'd be tied to a wind chime. We've been told to submit something, but I hadn't. To be honest, I didn't really like stuff like that.
あれの設置で走り回ってるってさっき。
He just said he was running around setting it up. Speak of the devil. Kawaharu-kun frowned a little when he saw me. What a bitch. With a stupid haircut. Started to open his mouth, just closed it, glanced at Ito, and then sighed. Something in him deciding to just give up.
終わったのか。
Are you done?
え？
Kawaharu-kun was looking up at the box. Was looking at the box I'd been carrying.
はい。
Yes.
じゃあ次は受付にパンフ運んでくれ。
Then take these pamphlets to the front desk next.
パンフレットですね。わかりました。
Pamphlets, right? Got it.
いってらっしゃい。
Bye. I glared at Ito, then picked up the box of pamphlets and went to leave the student council room. Kawaharu-kun was still frowning at me. That's strange. I was sure he'd say something about Karusu or at least insult me. More physical labor, more this guy going, ugh. After I finished carrying the pamphlets, I went to buy a drink from the vending machine. If I didn't get some caffeine from Mountain View, I wasn't going to be able to move for much longer. Someone was tugging at the hem of my uniform. I quickly turned around.
はい、なんでしょう。
Oh, yes, what is it? Kazuki.
で、カズキか。脅かすなよ。
Oh, it's just you, Kazuki. Don't scare me like that. She'd been sent to help with her class's display, which was just about finished up.
クラスの仕事終わったのか？だったら生徒会の方の手伝いを頼む。
Did you finish what you were doing? Then help me out with the student council. Kazuki tugged even harder at my uniform.
いや、だから生徒会の手伝いを。
No, I need you to help with.
もしかしてついてこいって言ってるのか？
Were you telling me to follow you? She nodded. That is concerning. That would give me a delusion trigger for this. Her expression hadn't changed, but it seemed like she was having some kind of trouble. What was going on? Did she want me to help with something? I need to get back to the student council room. But it was incredibly rare for Kazuki to actually come to me for help. It wouldn't be right to just ignore her. Well, I may as well go.
わかったよ。だから引っ張るなって。
I'll help you. You don't have to drag me. Decide to follow Kazuki. Kazuki stopped in front of some large object with a vinyl covering on top of it. What was this thing? Kazuki stared at it for a moment and then pointed at it.
もしかしてこれを運ばなきゃならないとか。
You have to carry this or something? She nodded. What was this thing anyway? Oh, Gunverl. She took a piece of paper out of her pocket. It looked like some kind of handmade flyer. In bright colors and big letters it said, Class 1A, let's build a Gunverl project. It's been a while since we got one of these. Fictional, short for Mobile Battle Gunverl, a 3-part anime series that aired from 2012 to 2015. The show features a total of 155 episodes. Dear lord. The program took a unique approach to marketing. Isn't 155 like more than Hunter x Hunter, if I recall? The program took a unique approach to marketing, broadcasting in 110 countries for releasing in Japan. What? Causing a boom to occur in those countries far before it did in Japan. Interesting. It was created to target the teenage male demographic, with toys and other merchandise produced for it just like any other mecha anime. However, the Egyptian mythology motif behind the story and the oppressive CGI battles made it popular enough to receive a movie adaptation. Despite this, the final episode of the third season was recently and inexplicably cancelled in a very controversial move, even among the show's biggest fans. The story is about Doto Genki, a 14-year-old boy who pilots a martial arts robot known as the CoZ Trooper. A global-scale epic unfolds around him, spanning the past, present, and future. The Season 1 theme song was sung by a gothic punk band known as Phantasm, which had a fairly large cult following at the time. I don't know if they just didn't say it up until this point, but I actually don't remember them mentioning that Phantasm was involved with the production of Gunverl. So that's interesting. And yeah, this just confirms, like, I guess I could kind of infer, but this confirms that this game happens before Robotics Notes Elite, because it doesn't mention anything about the final episode. It just says that it wasn't, the final episode was canceled.
頑張れるってアニメの?
A Gunverl? Like in the anime? Gunverl was an anime that started back when I was in middle school. While most anime these days only lasted 36 months, Gunverl had been on forever. In fact, it just ended the other day. And some idiot had decided to cancel it just for the last episode could air. This had caused a huge uproar. All this made Gunverl a truly legendary anime.
これって和樹のクラスの展示物?
Is this your class's display? I see. They must have been attempting to make a model of the robot from the anime. And so they made all these parts in the courtyard. And now they had to get them to their classroom.
で
Interesting.
もなんで和樹が一人で運ばなきゃならないんだ? クラスの連中は?
Why do you have to carry this by yourself? Where's the rest of the class? Follow Kazuki's gaze over to the entrance, saw students in pairs happily carrying large objects covered in sheets.
なるほど。ぼっちには辛い状況だな。
I see, it's hard not having friends, huh? Get punched in the face. Deserved. Don't kick me in the shin. If you're gonna kick me in the shin, don't do it so hard.
誰がぼっちだ、違うわ。今日はたまたま仲のいい子が休んでるだけだから。
I have friends. My friends just happen to be absent today.
すまん、僕の勘違いだ。
I'm sorry, my mistake. I decided to play along.
で、僕にどうしろと？
So what do you want me to do?
代わりに運ぶのを手伝えって？
You want me to help you carry it?
でもこれって重いんじゃないのか？
Isn't this really heavy? Don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. Fine. Normally I would have found some way to get out of this, but the Caruso wanted the culture festival to succeed. I didn't have a choice. I reached down to grab the object under the sheet.
よし、そっち回って。さあ、いっせーので持ち上げるぞ。
Okay, go around that side. Yeah, lift on 3, okay?
行くぞ。いっせーの。
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
おい。お前リズム感ないのか？完全にずれてるぞ。遅い。
Do you have no sense of rhythm at all? You're completely off. We weren't in sync at all. She would lift up a moment or two after I did. Because of that, we'd almost dropped it to the ground.
僕が悪いみたいな顔をするなよ。もう一回やるぞ。
Don't act like it's my fault. Let's do it again.
いっせー。
1.
今度は早っ。
That was too early.
もういい。和樹に僕が合わせるから、とにかく持ち上げろ。
That's enough of this. I'll match you, so just lift it. As she started to lift, I did too. We staggered, but managed to keep it steady.
よし。それじゃ、このまま運ぼう。
Okay, let's get moving then. What the fuck is in that thing? We slowly headed towards Kazuki's classroom, counting 1, 2, 1, 2 to keep ourselves in unison. Of course, I was the only one who actually spoke.
そこんとこ角になってるからな。気をつけろよ。
There's a corner there. Be careful. Don't tell me there's a... What's it called again? IBN 5100 in there? You made it to the stairs. This was where things got hard.
先に登って。そうそう。そのままゆっくりゆっくり。踏み外すな。踏み外すんじゃないぞ。
You go up first. Yeah, like that. Slowly, slowly. Don't trip. Make sure you don't trip. But making Kazuki go up first so that I could hold it from the bottom was a mistake.
あ、おい。
Even after all my warnings, Kazuki slipped in. Yikes. And this is the 10th new gen killing. Not 10th. October 10th new gen killing. He dies in the hospital. Damn it, I told you not to trip. We're just lucky we hadn't climbed up that much.
大丈夫か、和樹。
You okay, Kazuki? Oh my lord. The situation is... Please don't let this be the thumbnail. Seeing something you see all the time in anime, isn't it? Anyway, I need to do something about this. Kazuki is so light though. Well, she isn't very tall, but she has a pretty good body, so actually... Wait, what am I thinking? What if someone comes by and sees us? This girl's hopeless, better do something quick. A part of me wants to enjoy the sensation a little more. No. Knowing Kazuki, there's no way. I just need to get this done. Good thinking.
和樹、怪我はないか？
Kazuki, are you hurt? She was on the top.
ほら、じゃあ立って。早いところこれ持っていこう。
Come on, stand up. Let's get this over with. Fortunately, the gun drill part wasn't damaged at all. Head to Kazuki's classroom, being careful not to trip this time.
1の A、 ここか。
1A. Is this it? The girl near the entrance saw Kazuki and ran over. She looked like a normal, average girl.
カズキ運んできてくれたんだ。てっきりバックれたのかと思ってた。
Oh, Kazuki, you brought it over. I was sure you'd back out.
あれてかこっちの人は？
Huh? Who is this?
いや、その。
Well...
ああ、知ってる。確か新聞部の。明日渡部と対談するって。
Oh, I know you. You're at the newspaper club. You're having an interview with Watabe tomorrow. How did she know?
君が？
Who are you?
大河内って言います。
Oh, my name is Okochi.
いや、名前じゃなくて知ってるんですか？
No,
その渡部との。
I didn't mean your name. You know, about Watabe.
やだ、みんな知ってますよ。噂になってるし。
Oh, come on. Everyone knows. There's all kind of rumors going around about it. That surprised me. I thought only a few people at school would know about a Nika Nia reporter. I had no idea a girl like this who didn't look like she kept up with the news at all would know about it. And there were even rumors going around about it.
頑張ってくださいね。楽しみにしてますから。
Good luck, okay? I'm looking forward to it.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Oh, yes. Thank you. Kazuki ignored the two of us and took the part inside, then silently put it on the floor. No one tried to help her. As I went over to her.
ああ、わざわざすいません。あとはこっちでやっとくんで、そこに置いといてください。
Oh, thanks for helping. We'll do the rest ourselves. Just set it there. That girl, Kochi, said that to me. I did as I was asked and left the room. And then Kazuki followed me.
何？
I bet there's something important in there. I bet it's a porter backpack. A porter, I forget the exact word they used. A knapsack? No. Something. What is it? She offered me a lollipop.
くれるのか？
Giving this to me. The wrapper's off. Did she already, like, put it in her mouth? Was this her way of thanking me? But...
それ食べかけだろ。
You already licked that one, haven't you? She sighed and put it back in her mouth and took out a small bag from her skirt pocket. Tried Emperor Squiddy? It was dried squid.
どうも。
Thanks.
手が空いたら生徒会の方も手伝ってくれよ。一応部員なんだから。
If you're not busy, help with the student council. You're part of the club too. Kazuki shrugged and walked up the stairs. Maybe she was going back to the club room to play her game some more. I probably couldn't count on her help. October 9th, 2015, Friday. Ooh, the music changed. Tashida Hiroko was working at her part-time job as a grocery cashier. Is she the next victim? I thought the next victim was supposed to be, what's his face? Watabe. Her husband was always out working late, but he didn't actually make any money. His airhead personality meant that he was perennially stuck in lower management. Her son was in college and spent all his time playing. She was spending a lot of money to send him there, but he grew into a selfish boy, constantly demanded cars and trips. Demanded cars? With an S? Like, isn't there a pretty robust subway system in Japan? Like public transportation? Of course, their budget was always stretched to the limit. They hadn't built up any kind of savings. They lived in Shibuya, true, but she had to live with her in-laws, which didn't make things easy at all. The idea of going to lunch with her friends in the neighborhood seemed as remote as the fiction she saw paraded on the news every night. She wanted an easier life. Lately, she'd been all sighs. Yesterday, she'd actually sighed at work and gotten a warning from her boss. The store she worked was along Meiji-dori, about a 5-minute walk from Shibuya. The lunchtime rush had ended and things were calming down. Man. Just want to take a little break, but it wasn't break time yet.
合計で3127円になります。
This will be 3,127 yen. Jesus Christ, the way she talked made it sound like she was absolutely losing it. The woman in front of her who was taking out her wallet was one she'd seen several times before. She's seen several times before, but this time she whipped out a gun and shot me in the face or something. That's the kind of shit this series likes to pull off. She wore fancy clothes and had a slender, attractive body. Her makeup was perfect too. Until it comes off and she becomes a scarecrow. Even when she was only going shopping at a supermarket. She must live in a different world. Maybe she was what they call a celebrity wife. The woman seemed very anxious as she waited for her to finish. Tashida hadn't even handed over her change yet, and she'd already lifted up her shopping basket. What was bothering her so much? Was she feeling sick? She did seem a little pale. Tashida wondered about her, but didn't have enough of a relationship to feel comfortable asking. She handed her the receipt and her change, and the woman quickly left. Tasha greeted the next customer, and then gasped. It was a man. Sumo mask. Oh. He was wearing a mask. The mask had the same design as those things called the sumo stickers. She heard about stickers on the news several days ago. She learned that lately they were popular in Shibuya and nowhere else. She had seen this several times on her way to and from work. It was a disgusting design, and the idea of Shibuya being overrun with the things made her sick. This man's wearing a mask with the same design. That meant she couldn't see his face. His clothes were completely normal. They weren't particularly filthy, and he didn't look like a pervert or a crazy man. But that made it even stranger that he'd be wearing a mask to hide his face, and one so poorly constructed that it was obviously handmade. Was this why the last customers had seemed so anxious? The man was standing completely still. He didn't say anything to Tashida. And then she realized that she'd been staring at his face for quite a long time.
すみません。いらっしゃいませ。
Sorry? Welcome? She looked inside a shopping basket. It was filled with several bowls of instant ramen and a single 2-liter.
4378円になります。
That'll be 4,378 yen. She gave him his total. She happened to see the customers in the other lanes. This time, she was struck completely silent. What the fuck happened? Are there more than just one? It wasn't just her register. Every single register. Okay, so I think it's safe to say this is like some kind of cult. Like, obviously, we had already kind of determined that from the fact this is supposed to be, like, represent a temple and God or whatever. But, like, yeah, this is clearly a cult. There were so many of them. And they're all standing silently. There are already 10 people lined up at a register, all of them wearing sumo sticker masks. Damn, really makes the other lady that was just here look normal. The store never got this busy, even at lunchtime on a Saturday. The only thing the people in the mask had in common was that they were men. They all wore different clothes. A tall man in a sweatshirt, a fat middle-aged man in running clothes, a well-built man in a sweater, and so on. Not all of them looked like they had steady jobs, but not all of them looked like they were unemployed. Not one of them said a word. They stood there in line, masks on their head and baskets in their hand. The noisy supermarket suddenly fell silent. The fact that they gave the sales clerk a name, Toshida, makes me think she might die and become a note on our board. Noisy supermarket suddenly fell silent. All the other employees and customers stared at the men in the masks, eyes wide. That's unusual. On the way to the student council room, I remember that I'd been planning on getting a mountain view and head back to the vending machines. Only caffeine and carbonation combined in the mightiest of drinks could quench my thirst. Doesn't caffeine make you more thirsty? Oh, I found you. Just as I was about to put my coin in the slot, I heard a voice I recognized.
尾上？お前、手が足りないクラスの手伝いをしてるんじゃないのか？
Oh no way? Weren't you helping one of the classes that didn't have enough people?
そう、それそれ。お願いだから助けて。
That's right, yeah, please come help me. She grabbed my hand and yanked me forward.
ちょっと待ってくれ。さっきからあちこち動きっぱなしで。
Wait, I just moved a bunch of stuff.
それどころじゃないんだってば。とにかくタクがいないと。
I'm too busy to listen to that right now. You're the only one I can count on.
見つけた。
Oh, I found you. Heard the exact same phrase I heard a moment ago.
先輩方、チャオっす。やあやあ、今日もお二人仲が良さそうで何よりです。
Oh. Hey there, senpai. Guys, you two are getting along as well as ever.
え？有村さん。
あなた、殺されますよ。宮代拓先輩。
Uh-oh. You're gonna be killed, Miyashiro Takeru senpai. I remember the words she said before. It was definitely Aramura-san who was in front of me now. The one at the murder scene. And the one who'd been talking to a detective about the case. I feel myself starting to sweat.
有村さん。なんで？
Oh, Aramura-san. Why?
やだな。後輩なんだから呼び捨てでいいって言ってるじゃないですか。ねえ、リカ。
Oh, I told you that you don't have to be need to be so self-conscious around me, right, Rika? Rika? Oh, Sarika. Huh? Rika?
名前、セリカでしょ？やだ？じゃあ、セリでファイナルアンサー？
Her name is Sarika, right? You don't like it? Is it Sari? Your final answer then? I see. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but yeah. I think Japanese, their last name is written first, and then this is like their surname. So I guess their surname comes first, their forename comes second. So she would be like Aramura-san, but you would also call her like Hinaye, I guess? Huh? What?
ファイナルなのか、アンサーなのか。
Is it final, or is it your answer?
アンサー。
It's my answer.
ついでに私のことはヒナでいっから。はい、声に出して言ってみよう。せーの。
Good, then you can call me Hina. Let's all say it out loud. 1, 2. Oh, wait, you're saying whatever.
ダメ、たどたどしいぞ。もう一回。
Not good enough. Too slow. One more time.
ヒナ。まだちょっち硬いけど、いいとすっか。じゃ、よろしくね、セリ。
Still a little stiff, but it'll work. Okay, thanks, Suri. Yeah. What's she doing? This wasn't the same Aramura-san who told me I was going to be killed. This is how she was when she talked to her classmates. This only made me wonder. Was she planning something? Was she doing something in the Love Hotel that day? I just realized the way her hair is done, I think, is the same style as the way the small girl with the old lady in the hospital does her hair. Like, the only difference is that she has 2, the little girl had 1. And I think that's an intentional design decision.
お、どうしたんですか、宮代先輩。視線が熱いですよ。
Oh, what's wrong, Miyashiro-senpai? There's so much passion in your gaze.
あ、いや、
No.
もしや、私に惚れちゃいましたか？
Have you fallen in love with me? What?
タク、そうなの？
What? Taku, have you?
違う、そうじゃ。
No.
もう、そんな否定しなくても素直になっちゃいなよ、You
don't have to deny it. Just be honest, you.
でも言っときますけど、私に惚れると怪我するぜよ。
Just so you know, if you fall in love with me, you'll get hurt. It was no good. I couldn't keep up with her energy.
というわけでセリ、宮代先輩借りてくぜ。
So anyway, Sari, I'm borrowing Miyashiro-senpai.
は？
Before I could say anything, Aramura-san wrapped her arm around mine and pulled me away.
あれ、ヒナ？
Hina?
アディオスグラッシャー、セリ。また来年。
Adios gracias, Sari. See you next year.
何ですか？
Huh? What is it?
話してもらえませんか？
Is Aramura taking him to his death place? Taking him to his tomb? Can you let me go?
あはは、これは気が回りませんで。
Oh, sorry, I wasn't thinking. She popped herself in the head and let go of my arm. And then she led me further down the hall, humming as she went. Maybe she's trying to take him to a quieter place where she can inform him about what will go down at the culture festival. What is she doing? Felt like she was up to something. She must have noticed I wasn't moving because she suddenly turned around.
やだな、そんなあからさまに用心しないでくださいよ。ひのちゃん悲しい。
Oh, come on, don't act so scared. It makes me sad. She pretended to cry.
一体どこまでが本気なんだ。
How serious is she? I can't tell.
ほら、ここです。ささ、入って。
Here, right here. Come inside. Uh-oh. Shanked. Nah, not really. I don't think she's gonna do that. After all, it's not October 10th yet. She pointed to an empty classroom. What is she planning on doing here?
でも
But
大丈夫ですって。取って食ったりなんかしませんからね。
it's okay. I'm not planning on eating you or anything.
あ、いや、ちょっと
No, but... Damn it. In the end, I gave in and went into their classroom.
さてと、
Now then, uh-oh.
先輩にここに来てもらった理由、わかりますか？
She still has her customer service voice on. Okay, she didn't completely whip out the evil scariness. Do you know why I brought you here, senpai?
いえ
No. Of course not.
心当たりないです？
No idea at all? That's the only thing I could think of. But seeing the way she acted today, it was hard to believe that she was the same girl.
どっちの姿が本当の彼女なんだろ
Which is the real her. Maybe. If what I was remembering was the real her, then the reason she brought me here must be... had to be... that
う。事件のこと
this is
で
about
すか？
what happened. Armoro-san's expression turned serious. I gulped repeatedly, feeling a little overwhelmed.
その僕も聞きたかったんですけど、あの事件の
I want to ask you too about that case.
何のことですか？
What are you talking about? Armoro-san suddenly smiled. She was smiling, but her voice made it clear that she was refusing to answer my question. I would have liked it more if she'd been frowning. I opened my mouth as if being pushed forward by some indescribable fear.
今さらとぼけたって無駄だと思います。そのあの現場に君がいたことは確かなんですから。
I don't think you can talk your way out of it now. I know that you were there.
君はどうしてあそこにいたんですか？
What were you doing there? She was looking at me, but I couldn't read any kind of emotion in her eyes. I almost stepped back but dropped myself. She'd be like, "Are you okay, Miyashiro-senpai? Do we need to take you to the medical office?"
なんか先輩、刑事さんみたいっすね。
You kind of sound like a detective, you know that? Now she was back to her casual tone of voice.
くそ、なんだよこの子。
Damn it, what's with this girl?
あの人は古い友人で、時々ああして会っていろいろと話を聞いてただけっすよ。
She's an old friend. Sometimes we'd meet and talk like this. Meet and talk like that is all. Who, Suwa or Bon? Depending on which one it is, that changes things. Oh, Mei Shinji. Or Shinjo. That was what she'd said before when she was meeting with that detective named Shinjo-san at Cafe Lax.
だから先輩が思ってるような関係じゃないですから、残念でした。
So, we didn't have the kind of relationship you're thinking about. Sorry to disappoint you, senpai.
は？
What?
残念。
Sorry?
お、とぼけますか？あんなところで落ち合ってたんだからエッチな想像してたんでしょ。もう男子ってみんなそうですよね。やらしい。
Oh, are you playing dumb? I bet you had a lot of naughty ideas in your head because of where we were meeting. You boys are such pigs.
いや、違う、そうじゃなくて。
No, I didn't.
またまた、こんなところに連れてきたから本当はちょっと期待してたんでしょ。でしょ。
Oh, come on. You actually got your hopes up a little when I brought you here, didn't you?
だからそういうのじゃなくて。
No, that's not it. Made sense now that she mentioned it, but honestly, the idea hadn't occurred to me at all.
僕はただ純粋にその。
I just want to... You know, Hinae still hasn't gotten to the part where she explains why he was brought here.
ふーん。
Armuro-san looked at me with narrow eyes as if she was judging me. But what was that about?
私が先輩をここに連れてきたのは宮代先輩のことが知りたくなったからです。
I brought you here because I want to learn more about you, Miyashiro-senpai.
僕の
Like
ことが。
about me?
というわけで
So, she started to rustle through the contents of a cardboard box that had been beneath the desk. Huh? What's she getting out? What's she gonna do with me?
だからそんなに警戒しちゃ嫌ですよ。これ手伝ってほしいだけですから。
Come on, don't be so scared. I just want your help with this. It's gonna be a really heavy box. You guys are both gonna be carrying it. She's gonna take something out of the box and stab me. While I'm still burdened by the weight. It was a huge stack of papers. Oh.
そのこれって
What is this?
今からこれ製本するんで手伝ってください。
I'm going to bind these pamphlets. Help me. Oh, thank God.
いやー、友達に頼まれちゃって。ほら、私って頼まれると断れないタイプじゃないですか。
A friend asked me to do it. You know, I'm the type who can never turn down someone when they need help, right? What kind of friend? Like your committee of 300 friends? No, I didn't know that.
で、待ってください。どうして君が頼まれたことに僕が借り出されなきゃいけないんですか？
Ooh, wait, they asked you, why do I have to help?
交換条件で学食の食券2週間分くれるって言うんですもん。
They said they'd give me 2 weeks worth of meal tickets for the school cafeteria.
だからそれにどうして僕が
Why do I?
愚問な。そんなの2人でやった方が早いからに決まってるじゃないですか。
That's a silly question because it's faster to do 2 people, of course.
いや全然理由になって
No, that's not a reason.
まあまあ細けいことはいいんですよ。まずはこっちのページから折っていきますよ。
Come on, don't worry about the details. Start by folding these pages in half. She handed me a stack of printouts without waiting for my response.
ほらほら、口を動かす前に手を動かす人になりましょう。
Come on, if you got time to talk, you got time to work, right? If you got time to... Fuck, what was the phrase? If you got time to lean, you have time to clean. Then she ignored me and started to work. I guess that meant she didn't intend to tell me anything else about the case. The detective had said that Kakita, the victim in the revolving dead case, had been murdered, and that she was cooperating and exchanging information with him. But if I asked her about that, she'd find out that I had overheard her conversation at Cafe Lax. Maybe that's the point. Maybe she's trying to get you to slip up and say something that'll expose you as being at Cafe Lax. Maybe that's what she wants to know more about. Miyashiro. Wanted to know if he was there. Damn it. In the end, I was forced to help make pamphlets for one of the younger classes that I knew nothing about.
もうすぐ復興祭っすね。
It's almost time for the restoration festival, isn't it? Wait, isn't it still October 9th?
そうですね。
Oh. Yeah, it is, yes.
やりにくいな。
Man, this is so hard to deal with.
何がですか？
What is?
それっすよそれ。後輩なんだから敬語はいらないって言ってるじゃないですか。
That, I told you, you don't have to be so self-conscious.
そうですよね。
Yes, you're right, absolutely.
まあいっか。そのうちおいおい後々後々ってことで。
Oh, whatever, we can worry about that later, I guess. Huh?
で何の話でしたっけ？
What were we talking about again?
そうそう思い出した。復興祭。復興祭って言えば校庭にあるあの風鈴の飾り。先輩なんて書きました？
Oh, I remember, that's right, the restoration festival. Speaking of that, you know those wind chimes in the yard. What do you write on your senpai?
ああいうの好きじゃ。
I don't really like the...
いや、なんでも。
What? No, nothing. Oh no, I said what I was really thinking.
僕それ書いてないです。言われたの忘れてて。
I didn't write one. They asked me to, and I forgot.
なんすかそれ。協調性ないですな。
What? How come? You need to try to fit into the group more. I couldn't argue with that, but I had a feeling that no one got along with the group as well as Aramura-san.
でもそっか、その手があったか。私もそうすればよかったかもな。
Still, I hadn't thought of that. Maybe I should have done the same thing. I couldn't tell if she was faking or not, but at least on the surface it seems sincere.
有村さんはなんて？
Haramura-san, what did yours say?
知りたいっすか？
Do you want to know? She brought her face up close to mine. Whose eyes are those eyes?
いや、まあ。
Oh, no. Well...
私はね秘密です。乙女の秘密は高いのですよ。
Mine said, it's a secret. A girl's secrets are very expensive, you know. What? I really didn't understand. There's the Aramura-san I was talking to right now. The Aramura-san I'd seen with Shinjo-san. The one that told me I was going to get killed. Which one was the real Aramura-san?
よし、できた。
Okay, all done.
ちょっと先輩、まだ終わってないんすか？遅い。
Wait, Senpai, are you not done yet? You're so slow.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
しょうがない。私が手伝ってあげるんで、半分貸してください。
Oh, fine, I'll help. Give me half.
ありがとう。
But thanks. No, wait, why am I saying thanks? There's no reason for me to doing any of this anyway, is there? What am I doing?
よっし、できた。
Okay, all done. I reached up to stretch my arms and every joint in my shoulders, back, and hips cracked. I've been helping people all day and my body felt like it was reaching its limit.
あざっす。先輩のおかげで思ったより早く終わりました。グラッチェグラッチェ。
Thanks, Senpai. With your help, I was able to get done faster than I expected. Grazie, grazie. I feel like if you're doing strenuous stuff all day, your hips, arms, whatever would be sore, right? But cracked, it's like, that's like kind of stuff that happens when you're like asleep for a long time.
それで完成したこれはどこへ？
So, what do I do with these now?
ああ、いいっすいいっす。それは取りに来てもらいますから。
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll have them come pick them up.
そう。
I see. I thought of asking her about the case again, but decided against it. To be honest, the look on her face I'd seen last time still scared me.
それじゃあ僕はここで。
I'll be going then.
あ、先輩、ちょい待ちです。
Oh, Senpai, hold on a second.
明日、渡部さんとの対談ありますよね。
You're meeting with Watabe-san tomorrow, right?
ありますけど。
Oh, yeah, I am. Even Armura-san knew about it.
友達もみんな噂してますよ。今や先輩は注目の的。
All my friends are talking about it. You're famous now, Senpai. Kazuki's classmates have been talking about it too. I guess it really is a big deal. That just shows how famous Watabe is, I guess.
で、お願いがあるんですけど。
So I want you to do me a favor and kill him. Her suddenly sweet voice made my heart skip a beat, but I tried my best to hide it.
何ですか？
What?
その対談の時に、あのスクープの元になった画像、どうやって撮ったか聞いてくれませんか？
During the interview, can you ask him how he took that photo for his big scoop? Because the sticker was wrong, so even she's onto that.
Huh?
The photo for his big scoop?
渡部さんの記事に貼ってあったあの画像のことです。
The one in his article. Was that what she was talking about?
どうしてそんなことを。
Oh, why?
まあまあいいじゃないですか。細かいことは気にしない。明るく楽しくいきましょうよ。
Come on, it doesn't really matter. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just have fun with life.
だけど
But
わかった、わかりました。じゃあこれあげますから、ひなえちゃんとの約束。
fine, I'll give you this. So promise your darling Hinaya-chan you'll help her out, okay? Armor-san slid something into my chest pocket and pushed me out into the hallway. That is concerning. What did she put in there?
あ、ちょっと
Huh? Wait.
じゃ助かりました。アディオスグラッシャー。
Anyways, thanks. Adios, gracias. I took out the things she'd put into my pocket.
食券
Cafeteria meal tickets? And only 3 days worth. The nerve. Now that I was alone, everything about Aramura-san somehow seemed off. Everything that happened, everything that she'd said seemed like it was covered in lies. Everything, including the reward I'd been giving, made it seem like I was being tricked. October 9th, still. 2015, Friday. Shinjo took a picture of the face of the man who stabbed Kurusu, then showed it to Kunosato.
そちらの読み通り、こいつと病院に入院していた例のイラストレーターとはつながりがあった。
Just like you guessed, the attacker was connected to that illustrator in the hospital. So even this guy knows about the illustrator in the hospital. Kunosato didn't really react. She listened to him speak as if she knew everything he was going to say already. Oh, because she orchestrated it.
同じ高校の同級生だ。一時は原作と絵を2人で分担して共同のペンネームで漫画を描いていたこともあるらしい。
They were classmates in high school. At one point, they were even making manga together, with one doing the art and the other doing the story.
そいつらが一連の猟奇殺人の犯人だという可能性は、アリバイはあるのか。
Is there any chance that these two are behind the murders? Do they have an alibi?
2人とも1年ほど前から病室もしくは部屋に引きこもりだ。イラストレーターの方は病院の監視カメラにもその記録が残ってる。
The two of them haven't left their rooms. In the illustrator's case, the hospital for about a year now. We've got the hospital security camera records to back that up.
壁標の生徒を刺した男の方は家族の証言に頼るしかないが、警察に駆けつけてきた時、
As for the man who stabbed the Hekiho student, we had to rely on his family's testimony, but when they arrived at the station... Then the phone rang. Kunosato picked it up without saying a word to Shinjo.
私です。
It's me. Hinae. Even from here, he could tell exactly how annoyed Aramura Hinae was. Kunosato cut her off before she could say a word.
ごねるつもりか、それとも報告か。どっちだ。
Are you calling to complain or to give me your report?
そういうところが。
That's when Kunosato had no intention of listening to her complaints. Did she do as she was told? Did she get any results? That's all Kunosato wanted to hear.
どっちなんだ。
Well,
伝えました。これでいいんですよね。
I told him. That's what you wanted, right?
よし。明日は当然お前も立ち会え。直接だ。出なければ意味がない。
Alright, you make sure you're there tomorrow in person, otherwise there's no point. Are they gonna brainjack Aramura into killing Watabe?
こういうのやめてもらえませんか？いろいろめんどくさいんです。私はあなた方に協力する気は。
Can you stop this? It's really a pain in the neck, and I'm not interested in cooperating with you. Kunosato hung up before she could finish her sentence. Shinjo was glaring at her.
どうした。続けろ。
What's wrong? Continue.
今のは有村さんだろう。こちらに無断で進めるのはやめてくれないか。
That was Armura-san, right? Can you stop doing things without telling me first?
代替案のない批判は誹謗に過ぎないし、誹謗は暇人か無能であることの証明だぞ。続けろ。
Criticism that comes without an alternate plan is nothing but slander, and slander is how you prove you're incompetent and have too much free time. Continue.
お前な。
You know. Shinjo frowned, dissatisfied, but gave up and flipped through the papers he was holding.
どこまで話したんだった？
How far had we gotten? Ooh, perspective change.
壁法の生徒を刺した男の家族の証言。
The testimony from the family of the man who stabbed the Hekiho student.
ああ。男の家族が警察に駆けつけてきた時の第一声は、息子が人を刺すなんてありえないではなく、息子が外出するなんてありえないだったそうだ。
Yeah, when they got to the station, the first thing they said wasn't, I can't believe my son stabbed someone. It was, I can't believe my son left his room. Damn. So I guess they're taking control of NEETs, I suppose?
猟奇殺人が起こった日も絶対に家から出ていないと言っている。
They insist that he didn't leave his room on the day of the murders. Kunosato looked upset for a second as if lost in thought.
その証言、信用してもいいとは思うな。男の作っているイカれたページが事件のあった時刻に更新されているし。
I think we can trust them. That crazy page he made was updated at the same time as one of the murders.
まあ、それが偽装と言い切れなくもないが。精神鑑定は？
It's possible that timestamp was faked somehow, but what did his psychological evaluation say?
相変わらず救世主がどうのこうのと繰り返している。
He was still going on about being the Messiah, supposedly.
メガロマニアか。
Megalomania, huh? Who is? Whose psychological evaluation? I think we mistrust him. The stabber? Kunosato frowned as if she was annoyed.
イラストレーターは2007年頃何をしていた？
What was the illustrator doing around 2007?
2007年はまだ地方だ。九州だな。
2007? They were still in Kyushu.
確かか。
Is that certain?
ああ。2008年末に東京に越してきて、その時高校で傷害の犯人と一緒になった。
Yeah, they moved to Tokyo in late 2008 and ended up going to high school with the attacker.
なるほど。当てが外れたな。釣れたのは結局、結界説なんかの妄想に逃げ込む奴らだけか。
I see, so this one is a blind alley, then. All we ended up catching was a pair clinging to the barrier theory delusion. Suddenly, she leaned back in her chair, seemingly bored.
結局、そいつらは猟奇殺人に関しては白だったか。
So,
単なる力士シールの模倣犯の可能性が高いな。
so the two of them aren't involved in the murders, huh? It's likely they're just copycatting the sumo stickers.
模倣犯。
Copycatting?
アリバイが確立している以上。まあある程度だが、事件との直接のつながりは薄い。間接的につながるとしたら、力士シールに関することだけ。
Since they have alibis, even if they aren't perfect, they're unlikely to be connected to the case directly. The only indirect connection would be the sumo stickers.
原作と絵に分かれていたということは、絵を描くのはイラストレーターの方だったんだろう。
If one did the writing, one did the art, it was probably the professional illustrator who did the art for the manga they produced.
力士シールが最初に発見されたのは2007年頃の東京だ。が、その頃そいつは九州にいた。
The sumo stickers first appeared in Tokyo in 2007. At that time, they were in Kyushu.
漫画で芽が出ず、承認欲から悪ふざけで力士シールの作者を名乗り、お互いに精神を病んで。
Their manga didn't work out, so they started claiming to be the creators of the sumo stickers out of desire for approval. Then the two of them went crazy.
片方は持ち前の画力を生かして力士シールに取りつかれ、もう片方は 物語でも書いているつもりでそれを妄想のネタにした。
One's artistic ability caused them to let the sumo stickers take complete control, and the other used that as fuel for his hideous delusions, as if he was writing a story.
無論確証のない推測だがどの道すぐにわかる。それよりも
Of course, I have no evidence to prove this hypothesis, but we'll know soon enough. Anyway. What was more concerning was the fact that the man hadn't left his room for years. Would he really leave it just because he learned about a bunch of stickers appearing? And
AH 東京総合病院か。
AH Tokyo General Hospital. That was where the illustrator is kept. During the New Generation madness, there were rumors that the hospital is involved with a certain religious organization that's connected to that particular case. It was also supposedly related to SafeWorks, the company involved in restoration work that had resulted in security cameras all over town.
俺は正直半信半疑だぞ。こんないたずら書きみたいなシールが事件に関係しているなんて。
I'm not sure. I honestly believe that these stupid stickers are really involved in the case.
なら安心しろ。明日は別口だ。
And don't worry, you'll be working on something else tomorrow. Kunosato opened up a file she saved on her PC.
これは
What's this?
明日壁法の新聞部と対談を行う渡部の記事だ。
It's an article by Watabe, who's having an interview with the Hekiho newspaper club tomorrow.
お前が陰で接触して炎上を煽ったあのネット記者か。
The net reporter you secretly made contact with to start that flame war? Yeah. She nodded and opened up a picture of the photo of the sumo stickers that was taken at the scene. Then she lined it up against one in the article. Shinjo stared at it for a moment and then he realized
表情が違ってる。
the expressions are different.
渡部は今回のこと以外でもさまざまな現場に潜入しては大量のスクープ画像をものにしている。
Watabe's made a name for himself by sneaking into a lot of different crime scenes, not just this one, and getting pictures.
その数があまりにも多いため一部の人間が捏造だと言って専門家たちに調査を求めた。渡部は快く応じ、その結果
There's so many of these pictures that some people started saying he was faking them. Watabe happily agreed to hand them over to a specialist, and
画像には一切改ざんの跡は見られなかった。
there was no sign of the photos being altered. Shinjo figured out what she was trying to say. No way, he whispered to himself. So those stickers were taken for real, but what's the implication here?
明日有村に確認させる。もしそうであれば
I'm going to have Armora find out tomorrow if I'm right.
楽しい文化祭になるかもしれないな。
That culture festival might be a lot of fun. And that's where I'll end it off. Thanks for watching.